Welcome to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 30, I don't know, 8, 9, one of those two. Let's give you a time lapse. So I thought over the time lapse, instead of doing a typical recording, I'll take a nice walk, record for about the time I think the time lapse will be, and then change my plans accordingly as reality sets in when I edit. This is just a nice leveling session, flattening session, because I didn't really have a lot of time this week to do the build I wanted to do. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do it next week, because we got a lot of good ideas, I think. And then my normal ones, boring ideas, monotonous ones. So we're gonna see a lot of flattening of this hill mostly. I'll add in some things, as in put some dirt in other places. Oh man, there's people jogging here. I'm gonna be talking when I walk by this dude. That's okay. Nowadays, when some weirdo's walking around with a camera talking to himself, it doesn't look nearly as weird. We got that going for me. A lot of traffic sounds here too. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I had to stop walking at least while he approached, or talking at least while he approached. So wait, what? Yeah, what I've been doing. So the reason I've been busy this week, I kind of mentioned it before, certainly on Twitter. I don't remember if I've mentioned it in the videos or not. Anyway, I've been directing the show, the local play, youth actors. They're all middle school to high schoolers. And right now they comprise more than half of my subscribers. Thanks, guys. Because once they found out I was doing this, they leapt on the YouTube, like right before a rehearsal even, and and subscribed. So that's why I doubled my subscriber base, which helps. And I assume they must be watching them, because I've gotten a lot more views since then. And I can't imagine that all of a sudden my videos have garnered any kind of outside, what's the word I'm looking for? Attention. It's not like a lot of views, so that's why I'm assuming it's probably just them. Although some of them are, some of my later ones lately, this is gonna be totally unedited, so you're gonna hear how ridiculous I usually sound. Anyway, some of the ones lately have been more focused, maybe more interesting for builds, like the bedrock thing, even though it was a total troll. Sorry. Oh, here goes a motorcycle, so I'm gonna listen to that sound. It'd be cool. Maybe during some of these spots when I'm not talking, I'll throw in the time-lapse music. Probably not. It'll probably just be dead air. That's okay. One of the reasons why I wanted to do another flattening session, I know it's been a while since I've done even a small time lapse of it, is one of my friends, wait, was it my friends? No, I think it was my son, Catch Rock. I'll link to him in the channel below, in the description below. He pointed out that if my series is called Monotonous Minecraft, shouldn't I keep doing the monotonous stuff that I have in there? And I thought, that makes a lot of sense. I've been too action-packed lately, what with the building of small things and almost never killing anything on screen. It's not monotonous enough for this series, so we're gonna have extra monotony. It's monotony. Thank you. It's a nice day. Today is Saturday, so yesterday, if you watch it the day this goes up, I'm assuming that I'll get it edited and uploaded in time for the morning. It's about 70 degrees out, and Wednesday night we're expecting snow. Welcome to Midwest weather. We've been having a lot of that this year, weather, and only this year. It's the beginning of April, and only since January have we had like dangerous wind or cold and snow and blizzards, which is kind of usual, but the low temperatures have been kind of unusual. The whole polar vortex thing that hit the US hit us hard. Most of us live in parts of the area, not where I am, but around me, not too far away. A lot of flooding going on because of heavy rains and all that snow, the extra snow we got melting. So luckily for us right now, it's nice, and hopefully those people get the help they need. As always, no one wants to see, well, I shouldn't say no one, most of us don't want to see others suffer. So sometimes there's some notable exceptions. That's about as political I'll try to get on this series, at least. If you want to see lots of political commentary, go to my Twitter. I can't help myself. That's because I follow my local senators. It's a bad idea. I also follow my congresswoman. That's a good idea. I like her. The senators, not so much. The senators are so bad, I'm almost thinking about running myself, and I've got no platform, no money, and no skill in that direction. So anyway, back to Minecraft. So what are the projects we've got coming up? I forgot this road is closed. I hope the pathway is still open. So other projects. The next one I want to keep kind of a secret until I do it, because it's not spectacular by any means, but it's one of the goofy things that I do that I kind of feel is more in keeping with what my channel does versus others that I watch. Hi, doggy. There's some dude running up behind me. Luckily, the Shiba Inu was saying hi. So yeah, some of the weirder things I do, I kind of like to keep on the down low until it's time to actually do them. But other builds, I mean, okay, so in the middle of this one, you're going to see me repair my pickaxe. And obviously, as long as that takes even a time lapse, I need to build a decent XP farm, because I do not have one. And I think I'm going to do kind of what Iskald did in Hermitcraft in the Nether with the... Ooh, there's kite flying. I have a kite flying. I should fly my kite. What Iskald did in Hermitcraft with his 50,000 buttons. I did not watch the live stream or I don't know if you even post the recaps of the live stream, but that sounds like a good time. So I'll probably do something like that. I also was thinking, and if you know you're actually watching and feel like commenting, tell me what you think of this idea of doing more live streaming. I did the one test, so let's not count that as more live streaming. Let's count it as doing some live streaming. So if I did some live streaming to do the flattening parts and leave the episodes more to the building, planning out, just the more active parts. I'd probably want to set up a live streaming schedule and have to figure out when that would be. So it's just an idea of me kicking around. But anyway, for a bigger XP farm, I guess I could probably convert my, what is that thing called? Man, I can't remember the name of anything. I feel like I read a bunch of Minecraft stuff. I watch a bunch of Minecraft videos. I play a bunch of Minecraft, but I never remember the names of things in Minecraft. I'm lucky I can remember its name. Now I'm distracted by the kite. Here, let's look at the kite. I assume that worked. It's too bright out here for me to see the back of my screen. It's a big one though. And it's a little one way above. And I got I was super distracted by that kite. I really don't remember what I was talking about. Buttons, XP farm, blah, 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 blah. Yes, live streaming. So yeah, it's an idea I've been kicking around. I don't know. I never thought live stream was for me, but since I've got my PS4 hooked up to YouTube for it, it'd be a lot easier than the ideas I had for different games, live streaming them for my PC. I've got some friends on Twitch. I watch like one of them here and there, although she's been busy in school, so I don't watch her much. So I don't know, live streaming, I've been watching Mumbo's recaps. I like them, you know, and I don't know, he's said before too, and I've mentioned before that, you know, sometimes you just like to sit down and watch someone take a pics and break a mountain down. So that's pretty much all I'm doing. So I figure that maybe that'll be fairly popular. Or maybe not. So I don't know if the Nether XP farm, oh, Guardian farm, that's what I was talking about. See, I remember the name. I was talking about how I forget everything. So I probably can convert my current Guardian farm into an XP farm But you know, then you got to deal with the fact that, you know, they try to kill you when you kill them, blah, 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 and rebuild and change around everything I've got. I'd rather just kind of leave that passive like it is now and just create something in the nether that will give me a lot of XP. And the way he's got it built, so it gives him really the things I want out of the nether farms, because, you know, I've got the 2 blaze spawners, but if I could do just a general farm that provides the blaze rods, wither skulls, and, you know, golden stuff from Zombie Pigmen, and a lot of XP, I'd rather focus on that to do the blaze spawners. Although, because I've got 2 in close proximity, I do plan on one of my upcoming builds being Nembon's blaze spawner farm, or with the 2. He had a 2. I've talked about it before, and I can't remember who did one. Did Mumbo build one in season 5? Something like that. Maybe this season, I don't know, season 6, I don't know. But I'll still build that farm, but I think in the short term I want to get rid of the XP. That way, you know, I'm trying to tear down these mountains. I'm trying to flatten. That's the whole point of this series. And I need a lot of XP for my mending. So I should look into that. I didn't really watch him build it. I think I saw the video. I think it was a Nembon again. Ilmango or Nembon. Definitely the Psycraft people. Which I know is getting a lot of love lately because of Mumbo. But a lot of the Hermiters have been talking about Psycraft for a while, so they should not be new to you. I know I've been bringing up individually too. They do some crazy stuff. A lot of which is pointless for me because I play on PS4. We don't have a lot of things. That's another thing I was thinking about here, when especially when I'm doing the mending. I kind of have to do it tool by tool. I can use my sword and switch over, but it's kind of pointless. You know, we don't have offhand tool use in PS4. We don't have sweeping edge. It's just doing it. Oh, good. I'm walking into like a family party. So I'm an actor. This is how I got into the play stuff, how I got into directing. So I have no problem with me being kind of on display, as it were. But I also don't like to interrupt people's lives. So as an actor, people will come out to you, you know, your play. They'll come out to the theater to see you. They'll watch your movie or TV show or even YouTube show. That's fine. They're the ones who come to me, who come to you. But when I'm wandering around talking to myself into a camera, I feel like a bit of a donk, because here I am, a grown man in his early, mid-40s, talking to himself so he can put it on YouTube for, at this point, a bunch of kids to watch. So, you know, a lot of puppies though. I like the puppies. I'll just bypass the rest of this and walk up the hill. I realize, I guess I care less about them hearing me than looking at me while they hear me. Out of sight, out of mind, as it were. Yeah, I don't think I would be one of these outdoor vlogger guys, sorry. Speaking of blogs, actually, I don't know if how many of you remember, I should probably put a link in again, it's been about time. The blog I write, it's an indie game vlog I write with some friends of mine. I haven't written in a couple weeks because of the play, but I have keeping an eye out, and we've got one of our writers keeping up on all the Switch games that come out every week when they announce them. She creates an award, kind of award show each week for all of them. And I don't even have a Switch, but there's a lot of games she reviews that I kind of want to jump in on. So maybe I'll get that later on. Or maybe not, I don't know. My son desperately wants to get Minecraft for PC so he can play all the cool versions we see. He likes watching popular MMOs, and when they do their mod stuff, you know, they're good videos. I know I subscribe to them. I like watching them. Pat and Jen, if you're watching, the hide and seek is okay, but I like the battles ones, because the lucky block ones, because you find some weird lucky block combinations that just made me laugh. Oftentimes when I'm getting ready for work, he's out in the living room watching them, and I'll just stand there staring at the screen like, oh, I should leave for work. So they're entertaining. Keep it up. Like you weren't going to do, unless some unknown guy was telling you, oh yeah, you should keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're successful now. That's the conceit of social media. I say a bunch of stuff. We all say a bunch of things. People can listen or not, but we all kind of have to say them like people will listen. And eventually they might, or they won't. You just kind of have to live with it. So let's see, more Minecraft builds. So the XP farm is definitely something I've been thinking about. I haven't done any research though, so don't expect that too soon. I've also been thinking about taking more of a look at what they do on Sidecraft and see if I can convert some of their crazy builds into less crazy builds that are suitable for PS4. Because right now, the bulk of Minecraft players on YouTube are definitely PC players. IBX Toycat plays on console, but he has said several times he prefers Xbox to PS4, which is fine. But that means we don't necessarily get a lot of info about PS4 from him. Skippy6 Gaming, he was my source for PS4 things, but in the last several months he's been more focused on Bedrock than anything else, which is cool because Bedrock has a lot of changes compared to Java, especially with the redstone, and that's, you know, kind of where his audience is taking him, or his interest or whatever. But that leaves kind of a hole as far as those of us who are still holding strong on the PS4 until all of a sudden we get dumped into Bedrock and I have to rebuild everything on my world. I've got hoping this series is done before then, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. So yeah, I don't know. Actually, what I've been thinking about trying for the Sidecraft guys and girls, other guys, let's call it people, Sidecraft people, is the chunk loader. You know, so PC version, Java at least, I don't know about Bedrock, I haven't looked it up because I don't play it, has the spawn chunks. They're always loaded. PS4 does not have that, so I can't build any farms and just let them run if I'm not standing there. But they've figured out a way to load chunks from a distance by moving chests around, and just the way they trigger, like during the tick updates in Minecraft, they load the chunks that they're being pushed into or taken out of. So I wondered if I could build that system and have it go towards the chunks I want to keep loaded, like my different farms. And as I'm walking around or tearing down mountains or things, I can set it up to load the home chunks, or my target chunks, wherever those are, and then keep whacking away and have the farms work even when I'm not nearby. So I think that might be worth a little investigation, especially as I've like, you know, there's a couple mountains right around where I'm working on this now that'll be taken down. If I could keep my gardening farm loaded and my iron farm, I get a lot of stuff while I was not too close to it, and the chunks wouldn't be loaded necessarily. So I'm gonna check out some of the videos. I think it was Il Mango who's been talking about it the most. Mostly I need to figure out a way to test it. I was thinking basically leaving a bunch of blocks on the ground, running far away, waiting 10 minutes, going back. And if they're gone, well, then I know the chunks didn't unload. So it's something to check out. And things like that. I mean, there's a lot of the builds I do come from Hermit Crafters. Some of them come from Il Mango or Nembon, other Sidecraft people. Skippy6 Gaming, other people I've mentioned. Oh, Seth Bling, I just kind of started watching, and I just like his dedication to the most ridiculous things possible. I can appreciate that. But a lot of these things, since they're not PS4 focused, I have to do a lot of testing. Some things work, some things don't. And quite frankly, I don't like to do that. I don't like to test. I like to just know or hope they're gonna work. Hope, mostly. I don't always know. I've played this game a lot of different versions, and I've gotten pretty good about knowing the PS4 version, but I wouldn't say I'm a total expert on it. So I think that's what you can expect in upcoming weeks. The build I was planning on doing for tomorrow that I didn't today. The video you're watching now was supposed to be something else, but I ran out of time. And I kept trying to play it, like do the thinking while I was like super tired. That wasn't helping. So anyway, we got that thing coming up, which I've already built up way more than it needs to be. It's not gonna be that spectacular. It's just gonna be one of those neat little things that most people wouldn't do. And when you see what I did, then you'll know why they wouldn't do it. And some other builds, and definitely some more flattening. Because as I said, and I have been saying this entire time, my whole goal here is to create my classic size flat world without actually generating a flat world. I find the fun in having a target. That's kind of how you stick to these games or anything else in life. You find a target, you enjoy it for whatever reasons, and you stick to it. So that's what I'm going to do. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.